Hey guys, it's Carlos Talks Football, and in this video, let's talk about the World Cup, guys. Sorry guys, I'm gonna just adjust this. Let's talk about this World Cup. And I don't mean the football, I mean everything around it. About the hosts and everything. So, today, I was literally on my Instagram while I was at the gym, and I saw the Ian Wright thing. Well, no, originally, actually, that's a lie. Originally, I saw about this young referee from Somalia being the first referee at the World Cup. And then some people just being like, he's not going to be. And then, so basically I was like, okay. And then you saw Ian Wright post a video about it, speaking that this young referee from Somalia isn't basically allowed in the country for whatever reason. Maybe there is legitimate reasons, but for him, he was excited to host this World Cup, and he's not allowed in. And this is just the start of this thing. Like, when making this video, I was thinking what jersey to wear, because I was like, and then I decided Canada, because Canada seems to be the only country okay so far. Please tell me there's nothing done with Canada. But like USA, a lot of controversy. Mexico has got controversy. We'll start with USA. Bear in mind also, guys, if you didn't know this, the FIFA president Gino Infantino gave Donald Trump a peace prize. Just bear in sync mind. You know, a peace prize. Donald Trump has, since that happened, has basically gone to a country and got there in dictator, stuff. He started a war in Iran, and you're okay, okay, cool, maybe something's happened. No, they're taking the piss out of it. There was posts on the X that they were literally doing Kinect Sports and stuff like that about it. Strike. That's how serious it's been. And Iran are going to this World Cup. Well, they're in this World Cup. Iran's preparation has been terrible. The fans are not allowed in the country because they're too scared of propaganda against it, which it could happen, but let's hope it doesn't. Then the coaching staff's not allowed in. So Iran, finally, they had a decent team, but half them are not allowed in. So there's a country in there that's kind of not allowed in the country. There's other fans that are literally not allowed to travel as well, I'm pretty sure. There was Haiti, I think, or some other countries' fans. They won't be having a World Cup with fans because, they're not allowed to travel as well for visa reasons, which for me is crazy. And it's frustrating because America is this great country. Everyone, the American dream, let's be real. I want to go to America. I want to go visit America. That is my dream holiday to go to. And, taste the food, exploring this culture. But right now, what's happening in America, it's a disgrace there. And it's literally bringing them, the shame. They're meant to be known as the best country in the world, everyone loves America, And I used to be the same. When I was a kid, I was like, oh, what's the best country? I used to say America. But now it's they're becoming the worst country. Like Qatar last World Cup, there was a lot of issues, and it was on the news so much, and there was so much hate from Qatar about it. And Qatar was getting so much hate, and which, don't get me wrong, I completely understand. But then they were getting the hate because of how they are against their homophobic rights. How about their women's rights? But they try to improve it, and I think I'm not trying to be nice to Qatar because Qatar is still a dodgy country in my opinion. But Qatar is making it better, they had the World Cup to host it. And since then, things have improved. The players have improved. Stuff like that has improved in the country. But no one speaks about it because, they had the World Cup. And because everyone's like, it's Qatar, they should have never hosted it. But actually, they've had a lot of change in the country. And Qatar is heading the right way. America isn't. So that's about the country, right? Let's talk about the actual World Cup and the ticket pricing of it. The ticket pricing is impossible. I think I would literally, for me to go to one game in America, This is probably not including like the flights, the hotels, because the hotels are very expensive as well. And the travel costs around the grounds, we're not going to get into. But just going to a game, oh, my dream is to go to a World Cup game. Of course it is. And hope one day I want to make, that dream come true. But a lot of people are going to this one as the World Cup because it's happening in USA. Dream Holiday USA, World Cup at the same time. Perfect. No, you can't even do that because the football games are costing. There was a ticket for the finals bought for $1 million or something. Or the ticket prices are ridiculous. Of course I get it. It's a World Cup. It happens once every 4 years. Like when I went to the Hull game, I'll admit it, my ticket was £80 to watch that game. And it was the finals. Of course I expect, don't get me wrong, I'm not here saying the ticket should be cheap. I get it. It's a World Cup. It's a special occasion. I've been to a World Championship in ice hockey and the tickets are expensive. Yes, do I see it being £150, £200? Yes, maybe, Maybe some games, yeah, like Copa Verde, Curacao, maybe cheaper, so you can have experience the World Cup. But because it's meant to be a tournament for everyone, At the end of the day, football is a sport that you can literally go outside in the garden, and if you have a ball, you can play it, It's not like ice hockey, basketball, American football, cricket, where you need other things around it. No, you just need a ball and not even grass. You can even play on like on the the thingies on the concrete and stuff, or inside. You don't need much for it, but it's costing people fortunes. All over Scotland haven't made a World Cup in ages. Now they can go. I think the Scottish people have literally they probably have sold their houses and mortgages. I think some people probably come after and be homeless. After the World Cup, or be financial trouble. I don't know how you're going to these games. Yeah. And it's it's meant to be an experience. Oh, and then Infantino, what's it he said? He was oh, I'll get them a free hot dog and a drink. Oh, cheers, mate. Probably that. So we're taking the piss out of it, but that's probably $40 worth of food, actually. Because, yeah, the food prices will be expensive there. Yeah, the travel costs. It was that thing in New York that it's from, to get to the state where the stadium is, you can only get the metro. It's not walkable because it's quite far. It costs $115 to get there. And you're oh, okay, fair enough. Maybe that's the prices. No, that ticket used to be $5. So, okay, I understand it's the World Cup. But imagine the people from America, the New Yorkers, who don't even care about the football. They just want to go to work. And instead of paying, and then one morning they're oh, it's $5. And then next thing you hear, $115. I think it has been lowered, but it's still not been it's still more expensive. And it's quite terrible, Plus, whatever's New York. If you didn't know, guys, I watch basketball as well. The New York Knicks are currently in the finals. They are 2 games away from winning. If you don't know what's happening, type in the New York Knicks fans. If you don't know what I'm talking about. And you will see what's currently might be going on in New York when you're there. So stay safe. Because no matter what happens to the New York Knicks, New York might be a very crazy place, but not because of the football, because of the basketball. So that still could happen. Then yeah, what else? Expensive tickets. Yeah, Trump won a global prize, guys. And yeah, a lot of fans are not allowed in the country, and it's just crazy for me. It ruins the World Cup. Mexico, not so much recently, but biggest issue with Mexico was was it the government or somebody basically tried killing. Well, they didn't try. They killed the president of the cartel. Yeah, they killed the president of the cartel. Oh, USA, ICE. That's all I have to say. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna. As I said, I don't want this to be a political channel. But yeah, ICE. Well, ICE people. ICE is basically, they're like immigration department of USA. But yeah, Mexico. Cartel guy dies. So people not happy, of course. Sorry guys, this is falling for some reason. People not happy. So what do they decide to do? Yeah, this is falling. Oh my goodness. So what do people decide to do? they start setting the place on fire. Like shops, cars, everything. This is very crazy. If you were next to the police, there was cities burning down. It was crazy what was happening in Mexico. If you haven't seen, just type in like Mexico riots 2026, and you will see. And this was like a month ago now, and this was happening in Mexico, and that is crazy for me. And again, the safety concerns, yeah, like even safety concerns in USA, USA. So I think Canada is the only normal country. I believe. I've not heard anything about Canada, so that's why I wore the Canada jersey. Yeah, have more games in Canada. I don't know, but I don't think they will, because Canada's like out of Mexico, USA, and Canada, like they care about more ice hockey out of sports than footballs. They're just co-hosting it. So yeah, I don't think there's many games in Canada. It's mostly going to be USA. Oh yeah, like even Qatar, like travel costs. Like I know he got a lot of hate, but Fogden, if you don't know who Fogden is, check him out. He'll probably be doing loads of World Cup videos. I like him. A lot of people don't like him. Mixed opinions. But anyway, Fogden, last World Cup, did a series going to every single World Cup game, right? So he was at every single World Cup game. He was able to do it in a taxi. He was able, when there were 4 games a day, starting at different times, he was able to watch the full game, maybe leave 5 minutes early or just on time, to enjoy the atmosphere, go to the second game, finish watching the second game, go to the third, and go to the fourth game. Bro, you can't even go to 2 games in one. Impossible. You'll have to get planes and everything. So that challenge never gonna happen. Even like Fogden was able to, again, he got a lot of hate for this, and it was kind of annoying. He used to like when the last games kick off at the same time, he was able to start watching the game like for 1 minute and then go to the next game. And yeah, you can't do that. And he able to do it. Like, of course he got sponsored and everything, and he was getting Ubers, but it was all drivable. It was still all able to do it, Like, many people did it. It wasn't just him that did it. Fogden was just the most famous one that did it, But yeah, saying all this, of course, there's a lot of controversy about the World Cup. And however, of course, we're all football fans here. So let's be real. We will be watching the World Cup. We will be enjoying it. We will be watching at 5 a.m. Iran versus New Zealand in UK time. This is because we love football, and that's the part. And nothing else to say. Hopefully the next World Cup will be better. I think the next one is better. I think the next one is hosted, if I'm wrong, because there's people mentioning about like 5 countries, but I'm pretty sure the next one is Morocco, not USA, Spain and Portugal, which would be quite good, Spain, sunny place, Europe, quite close to get to. Portugal as well. Maybe, yeah, Spain or Portugal could go to the World Cup as one of the favourites, plus after winning the World Cup, Ronaldo's maybe playing still in the World Cup. No, hopefully not. And Morocco, a country in Africa that is growing, in like tourism, and the country's on a growth, and it'd be nice. So hopefully no controversy next World Cup. But yeah, anyways, I just did a video of me showing all the jerseys that I bought. So preview, I got a Canada jersey. I've got other ones, so they'll be on the channel tomorrow, just before the World Cup game. So make sure you check that one out. And yeah, but otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, subscribe for more videos, because there'll be a lot more videos coming. But Donald Trump won a Nobel Peace Prize, guys. And it was given by Infantino. That's just what I'm going to say at the end of the video.